Why don't you put the shirt over the hoodie?
I think I can.
Yes. Sorry. What are you guys doing? It's sage.
And if you can, please put a ribbon onto our tree that represents all of the missing and murdered women. It's just reasons why we're here today. To inspire you, we have the red dresses. It symbolizes the gift from the Creator. Whenever we have a tobacco tie or an offering, we always use that red broadcloth. It's our dream that all 300 ribbons are going to be put onto that tree so we can see how powerful our message could be. And our message will only be successful with your support. Make your way over to the smudge bowl and you can purify yourself. That's what the sage is for. The sage can go over yourself like a spiritual bath, and all of that badness that you've carried can just wash right off of you. It's a healing journey. It's a thing to be grateful for. We're going to have some very important people to come out and give you that message. A message we were unable to say, but now we can.
I have to tell you that our Indigenous women have suffered many, many indignities, and I'm not talking about 100 years ago, or 80 years ago, or 50 years ago. I'm talking about things today. But we are standing proud today. I want all the Indigenous women today to always stand proud of who you are, where you came from, because our ancestors went through a lot to get us here, and we have to honor them, our grandmothers, our grandfathers. I'm glad you are all here today to honor all the murdered and missing Indigenous women, and that pretty soon all Canadians will walk together hand in hand. That's what we want. We want to walk together hand in hand with everyone in every community across the whole country.
But I do pray that for everybody that our children that are still being taken, our women that are still being taken, our two-spirited men are being taken, and anybody that have a missing family member, I do pray that each and every one of us will be held in our Creator's arms, safe and sound, that eventually that things will come to fruition and that the government will really take this serious, that our people are being taken, and it's not right. It's not right. We deserve to have a life, and for all of our children, that they grow up in a safe environment. And that's what I pray for each and every one of us, our babies that are coming into this world, that they be safe.
I started thinking about this day. I started thinking about the purpose of it and the meaning, and one of the things that came up was, honor my sister. So I'm wearing her picture because it was something that came into my mind when I started to make this headdress for this day. I'm grateful to be on the unceded traditional territories of the Kakite people, and that I'm happy and grateful for them to allow me to be here. I gave thanks to all of you who are here. Swakwego ka ingawanislate, all of you people who are here listening. You are witnesses to the stories that are being spoken about, and I encourage you to help be a part of the change, to be a part of the voice of speaking up for the ones who can't speak. The handprint And I looked into it and I was asking questions. Well, what does it represent? You know, it represents our Ungwehue women, the LGBTQ2S plus people who have no voice, who have been silenced, like my sister. That's what it represents. Silence no more. You know, the red represents the lifeblood of our mother, the earth. So this rattle, we have over 30 rattles that a team of us had put together over this last week and a half to honor this day. So each rattle was made by one of our team members, some community members with red and black. They put different decorations on it. And so the idea was that the rattle represents each of the people who are missing or murdered. The uniqueness that they had brought, the light that they had brought to this world, that's what it represents. I was told that the sound of the shaker is the sound of our spirit. That's how we speak. Some of us may hear ringing, some of us hear shaking. When you shake this rattle, what you're doing is you're hearing the voices of our ancestors, of the people who are not here anymore.
I witnessed today grief. There is the sharp grief that comes from losing a loved one. That profound grief comes from profound love that I witnessed today and felt that grief. I also witnessed today hope. This week in Parliament, we pushed and got an emergency debate to commemorate this day. Indigenous members of Parliament, Leah Gazan from Winnipeg Centre, Laurie Idlut from Nunavut, Blake Desjardins from Edmonton Griesbach, all spoke powerfully, passionately. It spoke of hope, that we know what we can do to put into place measures to build the society that we need to have. Chief Rhonda Larrabee talked about all Canadians walking together. That is hope that I witnessed today and hope that I share. That one day we will build a society where Indigenous women and girls and two-spirited people can walk freely and walk in safety anywhere. This is something I witnessed today and that I bring forward in my work, as we all do in our daily lives, to build towards that society.
For me, what I saw today was memory, the importance of memory, the importance of youth, children and youth, and thank you to the elder for talking about the importance of children and youth. I think that any day when we hear Indigenous languages spoken, when we hear Indigenous languages sung, when we see Indigenous people, First Nations people who have been here since time immemorial, teaching their children and youth about ceremony and custom and memory, that is a testament to the ongoing resilience and the memory of First Nations people. And I want to thank, of course, Chief Larrabee, for you and Stacey, your family, for your support of our collective journey of reconciliation in this community that I take on in my work. I think the grief is The grief is heavy. It is heavy. Today is a heavy day. But we can't let it just be today. It has to be every day. And that's the importance of memory. I feel very honored to have been gifted the rattle today. And I think about solidarity, which is the other thing that Ernie said. Solidarity is key in all of this. And that is the message I will take back to my colleagues in our government caucus. Our government has a deep commitment to reconciliation. We have passed the United Nations Declaration of the Rights of Indigenous People into law in our province, and we are in a profound reimagining, rebuilding of relationships with First Nations people in this province in every area, from resources to education to healthcare to mental health and addictions. And so much of this starts with children and youth and raising children in the right way. And I commit to remembering and supporting and pushing and advocating and supporting all of your relentless advocacy.
And I thank you for sharing those stories, and I will carry them with me, and think of, and have those in me when I do the work that I'm asked to do in the city. I saw the strength of women when the elder was here, sharing her story and singing how she had women behind her, supporting her, and the strength of women working together. And I am blessed to be surrounded by strong women and leaders who work together, and I saw that beautiful support for each other. I appreciate seeing that. Yeah, lots of strong women in my community, including Rhonda and Stacey, who I thank for always for sharing their truth with me and challenging me to think about what my role is. And I saw more than 100 people from this community, Indigenous people in our community, allies in our community, business leaders, not-for-profits, city staff, standing here, putting their fist up in the air, showing their support. And that, I'm going to take that with me, because that tells me the work I have to do as the City of New Westminster enters its year of truth as part of our long overdue reconciliation process, I know that this community is going to support us in doing that work. So seeing those fists in the air tells me that you have our backs as we start to do that difficult work, because there are going to be difficult conversations ahead. And I saw that today, and it will help us in our work. So thank you for coming here today.
This is about truth. That's the takeaway for me. When Ernie at the beginning asked people to raise their hand if they knew anybody that had been impacted, some did, some didn't. And we heard the truth of Roberta. We heard the truth about Tammy today. So I hope that people will take those stories of real people, real sisters, real nieces, real moms, family, and can go away and say they knew and tell those truths. I also, I look at friends like Rhonda and Stacey in our community who have been telling us truth for decades. And, today is one day that we collectively witness this. But it's just, for me, like Mayor Johnstone said, the city has acknowledged that this is the year of truth. And thank you to Christina from the city, I don't know where she is, who is going to be guiding us through that process. That's what I take away, is I heard that there's people want government to listen, to know. Well, I guess I'm part of government now. So tell me the truth and let us help you in healing and whatever you need, even if it's not easy. Let us make it easy. So thank you for the honor to be here today.
So to all our allies out there, our hands are raised, and of course, I'm going to end off. We would never be here if it wasn't for the Kakite Nation and allowing us to be here. My hands go up. Thank you for coming.